Hey, welcome back everybody to the Gamer Guide channel. I decided to take my Emergence veteran character, this is the Worm Lord, I call him, Rollin still, and for my secondary account I'm going to transfer over the Sandworm eggs, and we're just going to open those. We got these from Me the One if you missed the last couple episodes from No Man's Sky, and I wanted to retain all the rideable Sandworms for this guy. So I'm switching back over here to my main account, just different perspective. And we're going to warp down to my settlement down here on Gujo and open some Sandworm eggs. And then later I have the character from the Blighted expedition that I've been playing a little bit in the Hickenpov, and we're going to open up some more eggs on that. So we're kind of doing a combination of different save files I have. My main save file is pretty much complete, so that's why I'm playing on some of the alts that I've used in the different expeditions, and working on developing them out a little bit while we wait for some new content from No Man's Sky. Honestly, I've been playing a lot of other games lately. Hades, stuff like that. I got Papers, Please for like $3.99 the other day, and it was actually pretty fun for a little bit. Definitely worth the $3.99 price point. But anyway, I'm hoping they'll come out with some new stuff. I've actually been looking at some other sci-fi games too. I know Bethesda's going to be having that one, Starfield, coming out soon. Looking forward to that. So I'll probably pick that up when it comes out. But in the meantime, let's hatch some of these. So you saw the first Sandworm we got. It's kind of small with that single eye. This one's a lot bigger. I'm not sure if they grow bigger than this, because I know all the other creatures do, but these are customized creatures that somebody found the model for and kind of stuck that into these eggs, as this is not something you can normally unlock just by exploring different planets and looking for like tameable sandworms. So this is obviously someone's pet project. But I got some of these eggs while I was trading out some of the robots that I get on the space station. And yeah, so I figured we'd open them up and put them on this character. Or I guess it's called the Anomaly, not the space station. But hey, you know what I mean. Anyway, that is a cool looking worm. It's huge. I like the kind of dragon head on it. Let's see what else we got. Here's another one. This is eyeball sandworm. Very similar to the first one. So let's go ahead and feed them. And hopefully these guys might get a little bit bigger. I'm going to have to give it a couple of days to see if they grow any. I'm not sure how long it takes for these to mature, but I think the creatures are at least several days to get to their full size. But yeah, very cool. It's kind of got that biological horror look to it on the front, and then some of the sandworm extremities. I don't think you can get these. I know that there's that one centipede that you can earn from one of the expeditions, if you go back and did that recently. Might have been from the Emergence expedition, actually, that I already had. Alright, let's see what the next one looks like. This one says the front looks like a sandworm. And you can kind of see the preview down there before you even hatch it, which is nice, just to get like a sneak peek. I don't know if I like this one as much. It looks like it's like a mishmash of two different things. So I had my head inside his mouth. Okay, so far this is my least favorite look. But still kind of neat. Giant sandworm with like a different head on it. I think I like the eyeball ones more than this. But so far my favorite was the really huge one with kind of the dragon look to it. This is still pretty neat though, and they're not too bad as far as speed. They're not as fast as some of the eagles and stuff I've flown before. But that large one was actually pretty quick. Alright, let's see. Next one. Now this one looks cool. I'm looking at the preview down there, and it's got like spikes on it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how big this one is. Nice! It's another big one. I don't think it's quite as large as that second one we opened. But let's take it for a test run and see what it looks like. I like the spikes on it a lot though. That looks really cool. Looks more like a dragon or something. Alright. Oh yeah, it's getting up there too. And check it out. It definitely has more of like a actual sandworm head to it instead of like a dragon head. I think this might be my favorite of the bunch so far, as far as like an actual theme sandworm. And it's big, but it's not so huge you can't like see your character on it. So this will be another one I'll be interested to see if this gets a little bit larger after a couple of days of play. So I'm probably gonna have to come back and check to see if these grow at all. They're very cool. It'd be neat if we could actually have these as natively tamed in the game instead of having to have someone go in and modify the files. I don't know if you noticed, but all the eggs on there were like, do not change genetic material, so you basically can't even recolor it without it going back to its original form. Another thing I noticed is you can see the second sandworm over there. These big ones don't seem to despawn after you cast another creature. They just kind of stay around, which is kind of neat. I don't mind that. So, as long as you can get your new critter. Nice. Anyway, yeah, this is definitely my favorite one. And they're actually pretty fast. Like, this would be worth popping out to go traverse the landscape if you were trying to finish a quest or something like that. Just wanted to get a bird's eye view of where you're going. Alright, so this one is another dragon head, but this is a smaller dragon. And it's not really a sandworm, it's more of like one of those, I don't know what you call them, kite creatures or whatever, that you usually see in the upper atmosphere, but it's super cool that someone's actually able to tame it. And honestly, this looks more like something that could actually fly. I mean, you still got to suspend belief a little bit and imagine they're filled with helium or something like that, but it's still pretty cool looking. Alright, so this is probably my third favorite. I think I like the spike sandworm the best, and my second favorite is the dragon head, really large sandworm. That they actually are the models of the sandworms in the game that like jump in and out of the earth that scare the crap out of you when you're not expecting them. But this is really cool, and if it gets a little bit bigger, I think it would look nice too. Anyway, not bad, not bad. Just kind of testing how it flies. But yeah, pretty maneuverable. Will pop off. One thing I noticed is it really gets you up pretty high, especially on the big sandworms. Alright, I'm taking a break. We're going to go back in a couple of days. While I was breaking, though, I noticed that the graphics here in the Atlas have really been improved. I don't remember all this extra effects and stuff like that. Kind of the wavy... It almost seems like dreamlike or something when you're here. I just thought it was really cool. I don't want to spoil the storyline or anything, so I'm just showing you the effects from here, but... I think that's definitely been improved recently, because maybe I haven't been to an Atlas station in a while since I finished the main account I had like a long time ago, and so I just kind of brush up and don't really need to go to Atlas stations. But now that I'm playing some of my alts, it's kind of cool. I like some of the improvements they've made, and I think people like new to the game would definitely appreciate the extra effects here. It almost looks like you could fly over there, but I've tried it before and you really can't breach the gap. It's just kind of for visual effects or aesthetics. Anyway, really neat, and it's cool to see they're still improving the graphics in No Man's Sky. Or maybe this has always been like that and you just have to get lucky and get the right station. Alright, let's head out of here. Even the effects out are pretty neat. Yeah, that's definitely the coolest Atlas station I've been to in a while. Alright, let's go check out to see... It's been several days now. Let's see how big our sandworms have gotten. Alright, I'm going to try the dragon one first, I think. That one's not too bad. You can kind of get the preview of it. I don't think it's grown at all, though. That one looks exactly the same size. I don't think it's grown at all. We'll jump on the back and ride it just to double check. But I think it was about this size earlier. Yeah. So maybe on the sandworm models, there's not like a big and small version, which makes sense, as they didn't intend these to ever be pets. So I think it's like the size you get is the size you get. And there's not like a shrunken version for when you hatch your sandworm. But yeah, I think this is definitely my favorite one. This looks really cool, and I definitely am going to use this to get some bird's eye view and traverse the terrain. And look how high it drops you out, though. This is out on top of the mountain. Alright, let's try the other one. Just make sure that they both haven't grown at all. Let's see, I think it was actually in the other menu. Let me go back real quick. Whoops. Alright, there's the other one. That was the first one we opened with the biological horror eye. Yeah, I think that's the same size. It's still huge, but I don't think it's grown at all. I think it's exactly the same. We'll feed it a little bit more. Let's take it for another test run and just see how it looks in relation. I don't know. Is it bigger now? Or maybe it's always been like that and I just didn't notice how large it was, but yeah, I don't know. it could be a little larger, but you'll have to tell me in the comments what you think. But yeah, very cool. I think it's still a second though. I like the spikes on it too and the dragon head, but the other sandworm looks actually like a sandworm, which I like more. This is kind of more of a dragon mixed with a sandworm. Anyway, really neat. It's cool that people can mod these creatures and have them actually come out in the vanilla version of the game, because I actually don't have whatever this mod is to like create your own creatures. But I think it's neat that people hand out these eggs and stuff on the Space Anomaly. Wow, see, this gives you like more of an idea of how high you're flying up there. It takes like 10 seconds to drop. So very neat. Probably at the very top of the render distance, so you can kind of get a peek of what's coming up on the terrain below without it despawning the terrain. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're switched over to my other character that we've been playing in the Hickenpov, but I went ahead and met up with my second account. I'm going to transfer some of the other eggs that we haven't opened yet, like this one. It's like hammerhead with butterfly wings and the eagle. And I'm also going to transfer some of these other boons over. And I got the cape unlocked the other day, stuck it on the Hickenpov alien, just because I don't have them on any other characters, so I figured we might as well sport it. It looks pretty nice. I like the new cape. I like the glow effects on it too. So let's go check out some of these other bird-like creatures, I'm guessing. Alright, this one is Valor, the egg I actually took from my main. I got this one too from another person who modded some creatures on there, but this is probably one of my favorites. And I like the colors on it too. And these are actually really fast, and they do get larger too. So they start off kind of small, and then give it a couple days, this thing will be full size, which is really nice. But it really gets you across the terrain really quick. So if you're looking to find a base or something like that, or you got a mission from the main storyline that requires you to travel, this is going to probably be the quickest way to go, outside of like the robot worlds. But yeah, very cool. I like this one. It kind of reminds me of like the Lord of the Rings eagles, especially when they get full size. But yeah, neat. Okay, and let's look at the last one too. Look at this. It's like only one thruster on this ship, half price hopefully. You only get one thruster for half the price. Alright, let's see, this last one. This is the hammerhead with butterfly wings, it said on the description. But I like it. It's like a purple dinosaur thing, and we'll feed it real quick and then get a better look at it. Might be easier to check out if we're riding it, so we'll jump on real quick and see what it looks like. I don't know if I'd really call these butterfly wings. They look more like bat wings or something like that. It's got too many components. I think butterfly wings only have 2, and this has got like 3. So it's more of like a prehistoric look to it. As it smacks into the ground, I think I'm a little heavy for this one too. But I'll say this might be the fastest one of all. It seems like it's really hauling ass, even though it's not staying upright or staying off the ground well. But hopefully when it gets full size that will improve. I'm just speculating here. Maybe the hitbox is a little small right now. But like the purple, yeah, like the model on this. We'll check the front real quick and see what it looks like. But man, these are fun, and like I said, hopefully in one of the updates coming soon, they'll let you grab like flying creatures, or even just trade creatures. So if you make this thing full size and tame it and get it to like 100% trust, you can just trade creatures. I actually thought they were going to do that in the last update. I saw like a note on one of the creatures that said tradable. I was like, tradable? That would be cool. So anyway, here on a ship I just recently acquired, we still have the C-class freighter. So what I was going to do if I play more of this blighted alien creature that's exploring the Hickenpov galaxy, which is Galaxy 99 if you're not familiar. I was in the blighted Redux expedition. They stuck you in Galaxy 98 and you end up in 99 when you're done. But anyway, I was going to do some ship hunting and stuff on this account if I continue to play this one. I haven't really decided. I just have so many alt accounts that I never deleted. And I'm just kind of messing around with them, and whenever I feel like doing something, I'll just jump on the right alt. Alright, let's take a look here. We have some upgrades that we got, also from, it wasn't me the one, but someone else had traded us some of these expansions and stuff. So I guess I'm trying to figure out what to unlock, but I think we have enough where we can pretty much just go through everything. But the most important thing, I think, is going to be the scanner room, as that really makes your freighter worthwhile. You can instantly see exactly what's going on in the solar system that you land in without having to explore each planet with your starship. So it saves tons of time. And what I like to do is stick it right here, right next to the deck. So the very first room you run into is the scanner room. I don't have a lot of room in this, and I'm not really going to work on building it out because I plan on switching out this ship for one that's like a higher class, at least an A class, S class if I'm really lucky. Yeah, I'm usually content with an A or an S. But if they do get to a place where you can upgrade your freighters in an upcoming patch, then I would be more likely just to hang on to this. But I'm not going to put a lot of time into building it out like I have on some of my others. On the character from earlier, the Wormlord, his freighter's S-Class, and it's completely built out. So that's why I was kind of more inclined to want to play him. But did customize the colors a little bit, went with the blue and turquoise. It's kind of the theme for this alien. And yeah, okay, got a little bit more engines unlocked and stuck those in there so we can actually warp at a decent clip. 1843 is my warp, which is, I think, better than any of my starships. So I'm going to lock some of this. We also got the interstellar scanner. It looks like I have enough resources for that, so we'll go ahead and lock that too. And I don't know, I've been enjoying exploring the Hickenpov. There's a lot of Paradise World type worlds, and pretty much every galaxy, or every solar system rather, that you go to, you run into a Paradise style planet, which has been really nice because that's my favorite planet type to explore. And then second is probably the anomaly planets. But yeah, if you'd like to see some more of that, definitely leave a comment down below and let me know if you'd rather see some gameplay in the Euclid with the Wormlord, or would you like to see more here with this starship and stuff in the Hickenpov galaxy. While I'm at it, I'm going to go and grab some more of my fleet here in the Hickenpov, as I definitely need some more ships. And that's a great way to earn money, basically to send your fleet out. You just got to mine a bunch of dihydrogen off the planet's surface and then get a bunch of tritium, or whatever it's called, and that will let you make the fuel for your fleet. So as long as you stay up with that, it's a pretty good way to bring in resources. You just got to mine a crap load. Need a couple explorers. I think I already have some combat ships if I remember right, and then I have a couple of the rewards from past seasons on this one too. So I should have the Leviathan, and I should have the scout ship too. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Please thumbs up and leave a comment if you would. I'd appreciate that. And let me know what you'd like to see here in No Man's Sky. Like I said, I'm really just killing time until the new patch comes out, or the new expedition. But expect some more from me here. If you have any thing you'd like to see, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time here on the Gamer Guide channel. Later.